Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera to our lecturer Dr. Nadia and also my dear friends. So today our group will present about the central nervous system. So the central nervous system consists of brain and also spinal cord. So I will start with the presentation about spinal cord, followed by my friend Khairul about the major parts of the brains and also the central nervous system disorder. Lastly, followed by my friend Afiq for the other parts of the brains. That's all. Thank you. Okay, now I will talk about spinal cord. Spinal cord is actually a bundle of nervous tissue. From the slide, we can see we can find the spinal cord from the base of the brain until the vertebra before the rib cage. There is actually two main functions of spinal cord. Firstly, it helps in reflex action, such as giving automatic response to stimuli. Secondly, it acts as a means of communication between the brain and the spinal nerve, which then transfer information from or to the other part of the body. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Okay, from this slide, we can see this cross-sectional area of spinal cord. Okay, in the central region, we can see there is actually grey color, which is called grey matter, and in the peripheral region, there is actually white matter. Okay, the shape of the cross-sectional area is actually like a butterfly or H letter, which consists of two dorsal part, which is posterior, and also two ventral part, which is called anterior. Okay, now I will give you explanation about the function of grey matter. So grey matter actually consists of mostly motor neuron and also sensory neuron, while now in white matter it consists mostly of tracts. Tracts is actually a long myelinated fibers of interneuron. This actually give the white color of white matter. So these tracts is actually function to continuously pass information from or to other parts of the body. So tract at dorsal part send information to the brain, while tract at ventral part send information from the brain. If you guys want to know the reason why our left brain control the right side, left brain control the right side of our body, while the right brain control the left side of our body, is because these tracts cross over at one point. That's all from me. Thank you.
Moving on, I'm going to tell you about the major parts of the brain, which consists of four major parts, which is first I'm going to tell you about cerebrum. In cerebrum is the largest portion of the brain that is used to communicate and coordinate the other parts of the brain. The second major parts of the brain is the cerebral hemisphere. In cerebral hemisphere, we have four parts, which is the frontal lobes, parietal lobes, temporal lobes, and the one is occipital lobes. Yes, occipital lobes. The third major parts of the brain is the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex have a highly convoluted it has a highly convoluted outer layer that covers the cerebral cortex. The convoluted parts actually increase the surface area of the cerebral cortex. Yeah, it's convoluted to increase the surface area of the cortex. The cerebral cortex also have two regions, which is the primary motor area and primary somotosensory area. Yes. Moving on to our next and our last major parts of the brain is the basal nuclei. Basal nuclei is a grey matter that is located deep within the white matter. The function of basal nuclei is actually to the basal nuclei actually to integrate motor commands. Yes, integrate motor commands and to ensure that the muscle groups is activated and inhibited. The basal nuclei also we can also have a disease that come from our brains, which is the Parkinson disease. In Parkinson disease, the brain is unable we are unable to speak, talk and walk properly. This is due to the loss of cells in the basal nuclei that produce the neurotransmitter dopamine. Next, we move on to Afiq that will explain more about the other parts of the brain.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, just now we already listened to the Cairo explanation about the major parts of the brain. Now, I, Afiq, will explain about the other parts of the brain. So let's start with the diencephalon. Diencephalon is a region that encircling the third ventricle. Yes, it has three structures. First, hypothalamus, second, thalamus, and the third one, pineal glands. So everybody already well known about the hypothalamus, thalamus. Maybe the pineal glands is a new one for everyone. So let me explain detail three of them each. First, we start with hypothalamus. Alright, hypothalamus. It forms the layer. It forms the floor of the third ventricle. As we know, it's integrate centers to maintain homeostasis, and it controls the pituitary gland. Yes, the pituitary glands. Alright, let's head to the hypothalamus. The second one, hypothalamus. Its name is almost same as the hypothalamus, but not with hypo. It's located at the sides and roof of the third ventricle. Just now I already explained about hypothalamus at the floor. Now it's thalamus, sides, roof. Okay, it's received all sensory input except one, which is smell. So it integrates sensory information and sends it to the cerebrum. Alright, cerebrum. Alright, we already reached the last structure, which is pineal gland. Okay, pineal gland, it's at the diencephalon, but in epithalamus. Epithalamus consists of pineal gland and the habenula. Habenula, it's connect the limbic system to the midbrain. Later I will explain about it, about the limbic system. Alright, let's go to the pineal gland. Okay, pineal gland secretes melatonin. What is melatonin? Melatonin is a hormone involved in maintaining normal sleep-wake cycle. Alright, maintaining normal sleep-wake cycle. Alright, now we are at the end about the part of the diencephalon. Alright, we're already done about the diencephalon. Now we go to the cerebellum. Still in the same subtopic, which is the other parts of the brain. Okay, for the cerebellum, it's separated from the brainstem by fourth ventricle. It's the largest portion in the brainstem. It receives sensory input from ears, eyes, joints, and muscles, and it sends motor impulses out of the brainstem to the skeletal muscles. So the skeletal muscles can do some reflexes or something like that. Alright guys, now we enter for the second part, for the third part, brainstem. Brainstem contains three parts: midbrain, pons, and the medulla oblongata. So for midbrain, it acts as relay station for thread spacing. For thread spacing between cerebrum and spinal cord or cerebellum. Cerebrum and spinal cord or cerebellum. So for the second one is pons. Pons is a axon, contain axon that form a bridge for cerebellum, between cerebellum and the rest of central nervous system. And the last one is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata is the reflexes centers for vomiting, coughing, sneezing, and hiccuping and swallowing. Alright guys, just now I just mentioned about the habenula, which connects the limbic system. But now I want to explain about the limbic system only. So the limbic system is a complex network of traits and nuclei. So in limbic system incorporates the medial portions of the cerebral lobes, the basal, nuclei, and the diencephalon. Yeah, diencephalon is the three structures that we already mentioned just now before this. So it integrates higher mental functions and primitive emotions. Yeah. So there are two parts that are important in the limbic system, which is the hippocampus and the amygdala. Alright. So that's all for the limbic system.
To conclude, our group have covered 12.3, which is central nervous system. In central nervous system, we have learned about the brain and the spinal cord. The spinal cord is important because it connects the brain and other spinal nerves to do many reflexes that comes from our brain. Okay, and then we have covered about the major parts of the brain and other parts of the brain. That and the disease that come from the brain, which is Parkinson disease. Thank you. That's all from our group. Khairul, Azman and Afiq.